Can we help you, son?
Yes, sir. The guy downstairs told me to come up here.
All right, you want to have a chair?
I won't have to pay a fine, will I?
Well, I don't know. That depends on what you've done.
Will I have to go to jail?
Well, what seems to be the trouble?
Well, it must be pretty serious. I wouldn't be here in the first place. But I think you've got the wrong guy.
You want to tell us your name?
Bob Tepps. Robert, that is.
Well, why'd you come see us, Bob?
I didn't. I was brought.
All right, then. Why were you brought?
Listen, if I'm going to be kept here, I better phone my parents. They're expecting me home. In fact, I should have been there half an hour ago.
Well, all right. You can phone them if you like.
Oh, boy, they're going to die when they hear I'm in jail.
Well, you're not in jail, son.
Same thing.
Well, now, look, why don't you tell us the problem first before you phone, and then we'll know how serious it is.
Okay. It started out real simple. All I did was make a right turn.
A right turn?
Yeah, I even signaled before I did it. But he didn't see that because he was on the right side.
Well, now, wait a minute. Did you hit anybody?
No, but almost.
Well, now, you know, this isn't traffic. This is bunco.
I know. What's bunco?
It means schemes to defraud people, taking money under false pretenses.
The man at the desk told me to come here. I got tired of standing around. I must have waited for an hour and a half. So I asked him.
What were you waiting for?
For the other policeman to come back, the one that took my wallet to check me through R&I, whatever that is.
What was the man's name, the one who took your wallet?
Sergeant Haspel.
You started to tell us how he happened to bring you in.
Yeah. It was all because of that right turn. Just as I swung around the corner, he stepped off the curb to cross the street. I guess I almost ran over his toes.
Well, where did this happen?
On the 5th and Olive. He was trying to cross Olive when I turned into it. He yelled at me and ordered me to pull over right then.
And you did?
Yeah. He sounded like he meant it. He said right off that he was a policeman, and he flashed the badge at me. At first, I thought I actually hit him. He seemed so mad.
Well, what did he say to you?
First off, he gave me a big lecture on violating the right-of-way of pedestrians. Really chewed me out.
Then he asked to see your driver's license.
That's right. I handed him my wallet, and he looked at the license for a long time, then at me. Then he told me he'd have to bring me down to the station.
Well, didn't you think that was unusual, just for a traffic offense?
Well, that's what I said to him. But he told me I answered the description of a robbery suspect they've been looking for. So I'd have to come in with him while they check me through R&I, whatever that is.
That's records and identification.
I was snowed. So I let him climb right in the car with me. We drove up here, and he told me to park the car across the street. Then we walked in downstairs.
What happened after you got in the building?
And we got in the elevator, and he took me up to the main floor. He told me to wait there in the hall until he came back.
Did you see where he went?
Just through a door with no name on it. I've never been in here before. All looks the same to me.
And how long did you say you waited for him?
About an hour and a half, I guess. I figured it'd be better for me if I didn't make any fuss. I knew I hadn't robbed anybody, and I'd be clear to that. There was still that right turn business, and I didn't want to irritate him.
Yeah, we understand.
Anyhow, I finally got tired of waiting. So I looked around till I found a guy in uniform at the information counter. I told him the trouble, and he sent me up here.
Is this the fellow who brought you in?
Yeah, that's him.
You want to phone your family now?
No, I guess I'd better tell them in person about losing the money. That is, if I can go home now.
Well, we'd like to get a crime report from you first, but you can go any time after that, unless you can tell us something else that might help.
No, I can't think of anything.
Did he talk to you while you were driving down here?
Not a word. Except to remind me a couple of times what a lousy driver I was. Sure had me fooled.
Well, he's fooled some others, too.
You know, how was I to know? After all, he had a badge. It looked legitimate.
You're not the first one that's been taken by this con man.
Maybe I better tell you. He had something else that made me think he was a policeman.
You. There's nothing to it, sailor.
Yeah, well, why don't you go?
Move.
Can't we talk this over, Chief?
Well, he's scared to death, sir. If he doesn't do it here, he'll never do it at sea.
Come on, boy. There's nothing to it.
You'll be all right, son. Just take one step at a time, okay? Take it easy. Now, don't look down. Close your eyes. Now, when you open them, look straight ahead. That's a boy. Just keep your eyes level and go on up one rung at a time. You can do it. That's it, sailor. Now, go ahead. Now, I want you to go on up until you're level with the gaff jaws. You know what they are?
Yeah.
All right. When you get there, and when you're ready, just reach out and see if you can kick them free with your foot. You understand? That's the boy. Now, when you feel it, I want you to reach out with your right foot and kick the gaff jaws loose. That's it. Reach out. Don't look down. Now, kick it loose. Oh! Hook your foot in the shroud.
Again.
Take another turn around that winch and hold it fast.
Take it easy, kid. I'm coming.
I'm slipping. My hands are slipping. I'm gonna fall.
Stop that!
You want to land on someone?
Gotcha.
All right, let go with your left hand. Oh, boy.
I would have fell. If you hadn't yelled, I'd have let go.
Never. Hang on, I'm going up and kick her free.
Okay.
Hang on, kid. All right, lower away, Mr. Hanson. It's free. All right, lower away.
Wait for me! Wait for me! That's my ship leaving. Will you let me through, you guys?
That's my ship.
Wait a minute, boy. What you got in the bag?
Oh, for Pete's sake, I'm gonna miss it. It's leaving.
He's afraid of missing that?
Wait for me! Hey, wait! Come on! Wait for me!
I made it.
Yeah, nice going, sailor. Now bear a hand on the bow line. We're just coming into the dock.
Get the boys ready to travel. Good morning, Mother.
Good morning, son.
Mother, we appreciate you staying with him last night.
Well, I didn't expect thanks.
Mabel, what are you waiting for? Will you get the boys up and washed? Can't expect Mother to do that for you, too.
Nathan, say a kind word to Mattie to take the sting out of the whipping and the knots out of your stomach.
Mother, when are you going to leave us alone? You treat me as if I was still in short pants.
I treat you as I want to treat you. I am still your mother. Now, you do as I tell you. And if you ever use a stick on those boys again, I'll use one on you.
Well, you're not going to run me or my family anymore.
Nathan, I don't want to run your family.
Well, then leave me alone.
If I thought you could take care of yourself and them, I would be delighted to leave you all alone.
Please, Mama, let's not get into that again.
Nathan, if you need me, you know where I'll be.
I'm going to do something about her. Wait and see.
She's your mother.
Mabel, pick up those blankets.
Mr. Corey, I'm Henry Tabor. I'm from the Benedict office.
Nicholas Correa? Is that your true name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tabor, are you representing the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
People of the State of California versus Nicholas Correa in the Municipal Court of the State of California in and for the City and County of San Francisco. The District Attorney of this county accuses Nicholas Correa of a felony, to wit, violation of Section 261 of the Penal Code. In that, on the night of the 20th of May of this year, you did attempt the crime of rape upon the person of a female of the age of 15 years, one Angela Larkin. Do you waive further reading, Mr. Tabor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nicholas Correa, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Your Honor, may the matter of the plea stand over 1 week until I've had an opportunity to acquaint myself with the facts.
Very well, Mr. Tabor. 1 week from today, 10 o'clock.
Will Your Honor please set bail?
Your Honor, in view of the seriousness of the charge, I request that bail be set at not less than twice the customary amount.
The court is well aware of the seriousness of the charge. Bail is set at $5,000. Clerk. 10-minute recess.
I'd like a minute, Will.
Hey, do you have a cigarette?
Not in here.
Forget it. I don't want to go out there with those people up there.
Come on.
I feel dirty, Mr. Tabor. I feel like one of those guys who goes around grabbing little kids.
I want to know the truth, Mr. Correa. Guilty or not guilty?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. They try to explain the laws, and I don't understand them.
After I arrange bail, we'll go back to my office and we'll talk it over.
Right now, I wish I was dead.
Listen to me, Nick. I need your help in getting you out of this situation and in preparing your defense.
Defense? What defense? What chance have I got if she says I did this and I say I didn't? Who are they going to believe, that jury? Me or that sweet little innocent girl?
I can't promise anything. She is a young girl. That makes her someone a jury will be sympathetic with. The fact that Angela Larkin claims you lured her to your apartment with intentions to commit the act, regardless of whether the act was committed or not, is a felony. Now, you may not like the law, but a lot of unsavory people are responsible for the making of that law.
Well, Mr. Tabor, I'm not one of those people. I swear to you, I'm not one of those people.
All right, you'll have to go with the deputy until I can arrange bail. Come on. Sit down. Take it easy. When the police arrested you, do you recall what they said to the girl?
They said that she was going to go to juvenile hall and that she had to talk to,
A probation officer?
Yeah.
Hey, you want a cigarette?
Thanks.
Well, if the Youth Guidance Center is holding it, there's a good chance they haven't bought her story.
Well, if they didn't buy her story, now why did they book me?
Let's start from the beginning, Nick. I want you to tell me every detail from the moment you first met this girl until you were booked.
Well, like I said before, I've been working the piano bar at the Club Indigo.
And you've been employed there for the past 4.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And on the night of May 20th, Angela Larkin walked in and sat at the piano bar, and that was the first time you ever saw her.
That's right. And I had no idea she was a kid, a 15-year-old kid.